kind of an interesting find there. I think it's like a little plastic angel of some sort. Yeah, it has rocks in it to make it stand up. We'll stand it back up. Oh, these were like old section markers, it looks like. You can see the section names there, or the numbers I mean. And then a piece of an old vase there. And some of it is falling. I don't know. Oh. Wow. Oh, looks like Carrie and another Orpha. So that's interesting. That's very easily accessible from the other side. But if you were to try to view it from the front here, it'd be nearly impossible. I don't see any hidden geocaches. But a very interesting find there. Pretty historic and also probably somewhat culturally relevant. I would assume there's probably some connection, being the right area and right state, to the political family. I don't see anything in here either. Another pretty historic grave here, 18, looks like Warren Lidge from 1883 to 1948, and Lula Lidge from 1885 to 1965, excuse me. Ooh. It looks kind of like a Woodman of the World. It has kind of a log-based design there. It looks like a dove kind of lying down. Very difficult to read. I see it looks like 1860 to 1899. So incredibly historic area. And lots more historic graves here. You see the Haas family section here. All mid 1800s. And there's something. Oh, here's one of these section markers that they had moved way over here. And again, I wonder if maybe what happened is they were all becoming buried. And so instead of allowing that to happen, they got them all, collected them, and then they're going to possibly put them back at some point. I don't really know. But we should be able to check in from time to time and see here. And it looks like another possibly Woodman of the World. I know that they're not the only people that make log-based headstones, but definitely one of the few, I believe. Another historic Pence grave here. Lots of Pences in this area. These 1850, so these are pre-Civil War, just right before the Civil War. So that would have been an interesting time to have grown up, especially around here. You know, lots of people around here were working as part of the Underground Railroad. Lots volunteered for the war when the war began. I don't want to creep too close to these people's house, but I thought that was an old cellar or receiving vault there. I'm not sure what the pipe here is for. It's kind of interesting. Looks like another veteran's grave here. Ooh, okay, so this looks like maybe one of the furthest back markers here. We have John Emro. Died in 1889, I believe. Correct me there if I'm wrong. And this is at the very, very back. I don't see anything else, even in this row. If there is, it's still very much buried. I mean, there could be some stuff underneath all this heavy debris here, but I'm not seeing anything pop out right off the bat. And there's a little retaining wall up here and a historic fence line. I'm not sure what this red flower is coming up. It's kind of interesting, but I really, really want to see if maybe I can find something here in the brush. However, it's not really looking like that, but let's move forward a little bit. There's a few things over here I want to show y'all, and we'll take a look at this area over here. I still haven't located the bit of artwork that I remember being here. I'm almost positive this is the right place, and I know that this is a place that I've been to before. I'd be very surprised if I can't find it, but you never know. Oh, looks like the row has turned the other way. Let's go around here. And you see this little retaining wall here. It might have been, if you look here, there's another. Obviously, most of the stuff back here is historical and mid 1800s, but I think this might have been an original entryway here. You can see there's actually a wall right here. And you can see how it goes all the way down. And there was like maybe some steps here originally and a entryway that you could actually walk through, it looks like. Wow. I don't believe I found this the last time I was here. And again, our historic iron fence here, really amazing work. And this incredible looking wall. Yeah, I almost am positive that this must have been a historic entryway. But it doesn't look, unless there used to be a more sloping hill, like it would have been for like horse and carriage or anything like that. And then this here seems to be completely lost. It's hard to say where it may have gotten to, besides maybe even toppling over and falling on here. I don't see that it has been stood up anywhere. But it looks like this is one of the more decaying, damaged areas. You can tell pretty easily that there used to be two other headstones here. I don't know if the names are on the other side. And there's another blank base stone with a missing headstone. And another really historic 1816 to 1850 Isaac Clarke. Literally passed like almost 15 years before the Civil War. So it's interesting. I don't know if this is something. Okay, yeah, good. We can put it back. It wasn't damaged, so it just got blown over probably when the recent storms hit. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn this into like a 2-part series here. This is quite an amazing place. I didn't realize really how much I missed the last time that I was here. So many historic graves. I'm not sure. I'd like to see when they list the official opening, because a lot of these places, as you've seen before on the channel, we're often burying people in these locations long before the official date that it was established. Often they were little private family cemeteries or associated with other churches, and so often when you see the name on the sign and see the established date, that doesn't mean that was the first even use of this area. That was really hard. Mary's. Oh, that's definitely half of a headstone. It looks like someone put a broken solar light on there. Actually, we'll go ahead and take that and throw it away. That way there's not trash just sitting on that person's grave. Very interesting way to fit everything in kind of on one line. They kind of put the Clark in. I don't know if that's a design choice. It's very interesting. Let me know what you think of that. If that was a mistake that was corrected, or that was just the way they actually intended it. It looks kind of creative though. I'm not saying it's necessarily bad. But lots and lots of destruction in this area. Very, very unfortunate. This would, not really be legible without some pretty drastic cleaning and restoration efforts to it. You can see, again, our historic little pathway that would have gone down towards the church back here, which you can see in white right there. Another GAR marker, but you do see that they passed away in 1862, which was during the Civil War. And you see the years here, 1861 to 1865. So this is definitely a person that not only fought in the Civil War, but most likely gave their life in battle. And continuing to walk down the row, I do see something over here that appears to be a zinc grave. I don't think, it kind of looks like it's probably just stone, but we're going to check it out and see. And then right up here we have looks like they kind of made another row starting here, since maybe the property widened up a little bit. Yeah, lots of the rows are really not facing in any one given direction. What does this say? Oh, Peter Fair. I thought it said Better Air. I was kind of confused. It looks like this is a Fair family section here. Yeah, I think I could spend quite a while here. I'm going to try and make this a several part series. This take alone is like almost 15 minutes long now, so I think it'll be incredibly safe to say this will be a 2 or 3 part series. I got not too long before I have to leave. As you can kind of tell, the sun is falling pretty quickly here, and apologize, I haven't been back too long, so my cuts are a little rough and movements might be as well. Yet another Civil War veterans marker here, and it looks like maybe the writing on this one is on the other side. It looks like Joel DeLong. Okay. wow, there's so much here I just don't want to miss. And so much that's been damaged. I think that's another one that's only like a quarter of what the stone originally was. And that's completely unreadable. What is this? Ooh, a native Holland. Very interesting. And there is some collaborations I want to do surrounding stuff like that here pretty soon. So maybe some new series coming up here on the channel. You can see, even as old as this marker is here, people are still coming to leave family, or to leave, flowers. So they must have some living family in the area. Which is interesting. Personally, I do know a few people with the last name West. So I don't think it's any relation, but another really cool view here of this tree slowly surrounding the iron fence here. And it's interesting that despite that happening, it seems like everything is intact, like it really hasn't done anything to the fence. And another animal hole right there, although it does not appear to be in any sort of use. So, okay, let's go and check, maybe see if this is actually a stone grave like it seems, or if it, like its appearance, I know that was kind of confusing, but like its color, I should say, is, well, we'll see what it is. Let's put it that way. Man. Really would be kind of cool if somebody was able to make it into this section in particular and get some work done here. And it really is sad to see stuff like this. As interesting and historic as it may be, and obviously is much better to find everything intact and still beautiful and as it used to be. I see another one here where it is slowly being swallowed by the tree. I thought that was actually a grave or a stone marker behind it, but it is not. So here we have arrived, and this is definitely not a zinc marker. It is made of stone. It is dated 1858. So again, a lot of this area that you're seeing would have been, the view pre-Civil War. So it's just very interesting to see, all these still standing here. That, in 1958, this marker would have been at least here for 100 years. And here it still stands in 2022. So, absolutely incredible. And this seems to have, I can't really tell, 1860 something it looks like. very hard to read. Let me know if you can read it. But a updated version here, you can see the Sally Ensley 1785 and renovated in 2007. So once again, thank you all for joining me. It has been a crazy adventure here at Cedar Creek Cemetery. Looks like I'm gonna actually be taking off for the night and then probably coming back actually to film a third part here tomorrow. So I realized that I just didn't have enough time and light, and there is so much more here to see that I really kind of owe it to this place and these people to come back here and see what more we can find, see what more history we can pull up on these people, and really think it's going to be a cool series, even though years ago, like I said, we have been to this location. So thank you all so much. See you in part 3.